Well, the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis is 100 years old, operating in St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and East St. Louis, St. Clair County, Illinois. And we are continuing to expand our service area and what we do throughout the community, serving over 100,000 people throughout this region as we continue to try to make a difference, give back, and help St. Louisans live their best lives. Personally, I'm a native St. Louisan. I've lived here my entire life and wouldn't have it any other way. I love St. Louis, I always have, and I always will. We are very active in St. Louis, personally and professionally, in terms of trying to not only support the mission of the Urban League, but civically to support many different other organizations and civic treasures that we have, from the St. Louis Zoo, to the Science Center, to the Art Museum, to all of the various cultural institutions, of course the Cardinals and the Blues and the St. Louis American and Worldwide Technology, and some of the institutions that we hold near and dear in St. Louis in terms of things that we are really proud of that take a national and global focus on and put it in St. Louis. So we're really proud of working with all of them, and we will continue to do so personally and professionally. So one of the things that I think people don't know about St. Louis is how affordable it is here to live and to raise a family and have every type of cultural institution that you would love to have in any major metropolitan community that's actually also free. In addition to that, and the 3 million people that we have in St. Louis, we have some of the most iconic restaurants and some of the best food and some of the best culture that you would have in any city across the country. And we have everything that you could ever imagine or want in any other region, really within a 30-minute drive. So if you look at the affordability, if you look at how easy it is to get about, if you look at the wonderful cultural institutions, if you look at the schools and the great colleges and universities that we have, it's an amazing place to live. You know, I love St. Louis, I really do. And my favorite thing about St. Louis is the fact that the majority of my family are here and that I get a chance to see them and interact with them all the time because I love them dearly. I would say that St. Louis is the type of city that if you work hard and you really want to make a difference and give back, not only in your personal life but also professionally, you can do that. You can actually make the kind of difference that you want here, because we're a big enough city to be a large metropolitan region, but we're also small enough so that you can actually see the measurable difference that people make in their careers and in their civic and community lives. So I think that that's something that a lot of people don't know about this region as well. Civic pride is so important to us in St. Louis is because we need to be ambassadors for this community. We need to let people know all of the great things that are here in St. Louis and in this region and what it means to be a St. Louisan, and try to attract them to want to live here, to invest, to raise their families, and to be the kind of citizens that we would all want them to be. And so it's incumbent upon the 3 million of us to be those ambassadors, reach out, spread the message about the great things that are happening in St. Louis and how we can be an even better region by all coming together for the common purpose of making St. Louis the best that it can be. Hi, I'm Michael McMillan, President and CEO of the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis, and I am a St. Louis champion.